over Rangers. If they win their next home game and maybe get something on the road, they could be in for the CAF Confederations Cup.
And the final beating Academy 2-1. The remaining minutes of Taraba FC and
concluded in Abuja today, goalless draw. And then for the women,
Rivers Angels 1-0 over Nasarawa Masons.
Okay.
Delta Queens 1-1 against Bayelsa Queens, and I think it's a good one for the Super Six. I read something, credited to the Abia State governors, saying that he hosted the Super Six so that he will give the state-owned team, they have a female football team to, give them, that
an opportunity to see what the quality is, so that they can brace up.
Absolutely.
Okay. Other results?
Day 2 results.
Confluence Queens lost to Bayelsa Queens 1-4. Rivers Angels beat Sunshine Queens 1-0.
Day 2 results, and then today.
This is a 3.
Yeah, Confluence Queens losing again to Delta Queens 1-2. Tony, I don't know what is happening to your state.
I'm surprised myself, and these guys are very good during the season. I think it's fatigue.
I saw a lot of beautiful jersey, beautiful stadium.
I think Kogi, we are getting ready for elections now.
Okay.
So
what has election got to do
funds
with
are not coming to motivate the girls. So the final
fixture,
Rivers Angels against Bayelsa Queens.
Yeah,
amazing.
Yes, undoubtedly.
Edwin Okon on cloud 9 is done so well.
Yeah.
And, I mean, there's no doubt about it. One of the best women football coaches.
I read the story, even though not confirmed yet, that he may credited to Barrister Chris Green that Okon may return as the Falcons coach. That they've not been able to raise money to get to pay for
going back to Okon.
Well, I mean, there is a proverb that in Yoruba that if you cannot move forward, that
you know where you're coming from. Just go back.
Okay. All right.
All right. Well, the characters involved in the last story somehow is going to resurface in what we're going to talk about just about now. Yeah. Something from the rumor mill, not confirmed, but we hear that O&D met today, and it looks likely that the LMC decision over a game involving Sharks might be overturned. It's not out in
which game? Okay. Which game is that?
Sharks Nasarawa in Lafayette.
It's not out in the open, but.
The last week, the game played last week, the abandoned game.
Yes. That is the background. A penalty was awarded. The game was at that point, I think 2-2. The penalty was awarded, and Charles decided, to continue the game. And when you look at Article 13.26, very clear.
Which was what the LMC used in giving a judgment
against their decision.
And ordering that the remaining part of Sunshine and Lobby should also be replayed, because in that aspect, no team abandoned. It was crowd violence. These are two different.
So what is the O&D doing now?
The scope is that first and foremost that Barrister Chris Green, who is the chairman of the O&D and is from River State, a former secretary of Sharks Football Club of Port Harcourt, so that places moral burden on him.
Yeah.
If at all,
I shouldn't sit in the O&D.
If at all he sat, that case.
Is it that they sat? Is it that they have met?
They have taken the decision. That's what I learned. That they have taken the decision to.
But it's not out in the open yet.
To order for a continuation from that when the referee awarded a penalty.
Putting aside the LMC
the penalty they will now start from
where the penalty. Okay, they will conclude the game. From where the penalty was awarded to Nasarawa United.
Sharks did not allow the penalty to be taken.
Okay, so is that what the O&D is doing? Maybe I don't want to play the devil's advocate, but maybe what the O&D is doing is that they've looked at the precedents from the LMC. They've looked at the precedents of games this season. Which
precedent? The LMC ruled that Nasarawa should get 3 points and 3 goals. So
yes,
what other precedents?
I'm talking of other games. We had
what other precedent are you taking?
Hold on. We have Hanifa Yoruba against El Kanemi, where there was an initial walkover.
It was not the case of abandonment.
It was not the case of, but it was a case of walkover. The team failing to show up, and then the LMC said, "Okay, we don't want boardroom points to be given. Go and conclude the game." Maybe I'm just trying to look at the assumptions.
No, the academy issue is totally different. The players went on strike, and then the LMC ruled that the players did not abide by
the procedure for going on strike. Okay.
And it's not the fault of the club, and that was why it was the order for a replay. This is a different case. This case in Lafayette on Sunday, the Sharks refused
to continue the game.
Okay. There was no crowd violence. The referee ruled for a penalty, and for goodness sake, even in international games, we have seen situations where referee awarded penalties 3 or 4 times, as long as they are genuine penalties.
Yeah.
And if you have a case, you can write to the LMC.
Okay, so there are 2 issues now. The issue is that the O&D said this, you're going to replay.
What I learned is that people from Nasarawa are saying that they are not going to, replay that game if it comes out.
If it comes out that that's what's going to happen.
But they should follow football procedure. If they are not happy with what the O&D says,
they can go to the appeal.
They will have to go to the appeal.
Then secondly, that the moral issue. How can Barrister Chris Gain, who is from Rivers State, former Secretary of Sharks, sit on a case involving Sharks? No, but he has not come out.
But the OND, let us not
has
assume.
That been the reconstitution of the OND?
No, hold on. What I want to say is this: let us be sure. Let us not assume. Let us not assume until maybe the OND come out and they bring out the names of those who start. You can't assume that Barrister Green.
But I agree that it's a moral issue.
No. But I agree. Let me make my point.
This was how the case of Spotlight
hold on. This is a different issue.
It's
a different issue. Let me make my point. I agree with you that Barrister Chris Green, as the chairman of Rivers FA,
and former Secretary of Sharks,
should not be sitting on the matter that involves Sharks. But let us not assume that is what happened until it becomes an official issue.
But hypothetically,
moral burden. I mean, fairness.
It's wrong.
Yes, moral burden. We know. As the chairman of Rivers FA, you cannot sit for the Rivers team.
Legal experts have told us that you must be seen. To be fair.
Can be a judge in your own case.
The man should have openly, when that case, when he went to the OND, he should have publicly, step aside.
In the past, when the chairman of the OND has a case involving a state from where he's from,
where he has an interest,
he doesn't participate. He walks away.
Yeah.
The deputy chairman or the vice chairman will continue the proceedings. And the same applies to members of the OND. When teams from their states are involved, they don't deliberate. They walk away just for the sake of fairness. And I know that is what will be the case in this matter as well. But let's not jump the gun yet. That's why I said let's be patient. Let's wait for something official.
If it's true, then I think
there will be
that will be tantamount to dragging the game to disrepute.
And the Nasarawa can still go to appeal. So there's still a lot of windows for this issue.
But I understand that Nasarawa has every reason to be aggrieved.
Yes,
if it is true. If
it is confirmed.
Let's
confirm it.
There's a big if it is true.
No, I was talking about Spotlight before Tony cut me short.
What was the case of Spotlight?
That was how it started. Rumor, and it's on the stage.
It came to light.
Where we had
what happened with the case
the ORD, headed by the same Barrister Chris Green, ruled that the referees came to the match without their wristwatches.
Are you very sure about all of this?
Okay.
How can you
not been around. You'll be traveling.
You'll be traveling around. You'll be out of touch. No. But how can you possibly want to officiate a football game without having your watch?
What did they base this on? They said the 2 games. The 2 games in competition were supposed to start simultaneously.
Which 2 games? Okay.
The one involving Spotlight and Play 2 in Katsina, and the other one, they are also promotion hopefuls. And the allegation was that the one in Katsina did not start at the same time because the referees did not.
How can you probably officiate all these things?
So how did it evolve?
How can you have a game without? Okay, let's assume the referee know for 5 minutes.
Let's assume
at that time. If they don't have a reason.
Let's assume the referees even forgot their wristwatches in the hotel. What is that the problem of the waiting?
Let's
it's interesting.
I don't want to comment about it. You can't not aware of what. But these are very interesting.
But the if and what if the issues will not make us be able to go further with any of our. So if it comes out that
and I think we hope it's not. You're right, and I think the responsibility. See, football administration, the responsibility is huge. As those who are involved in administering the game, the responsibility is huge, and you have to make a lot of sacrifices, personal sacrifices, to protect the sanctity of the game. So these are the issues that I think our administrators should begin to think about and take decisions that cannot be questioned, that will not give room for people to speculate. Or look at what Tony said. They said referees didn't come with what. How can you probably try to officiate a game without having your wristwatch or a stopwatch, and because of that, team will lose 3 points. So these are